Well, a general manager's most important role is to set the expectation and the goals for the plant that he is directing. That means to make sure that each team member has everything that they need as far as supplies, tools, machinery, whatever is it's needed to get the job done, and then to make sure that we set the direction that everybody is working towards those goals and expectations. I have a bachelor's degree in theology. My plans were to be a minister, go into the ministry. Um, but I had an influence with the family business that my family is involved in. Got involved early on in the foundry business, and here I am. I have been in the foundry business for over 41 years, ever since out of college. I taught school for a year and a half. That was not my vocation that I would going to enjoy the rest of my life. So I took a job at the family business and been there ever since. What always fascinated me being a family business is I was around the foundry all the time. And it was amazing to me, even as a young boy, walking around the foundry with my parents, is that we were able to take look like junk, put it in a melting device, and pour it out like water. And that to me was fascinating. And then to be able to see that in product after the pouring process was just amazing to me. And so that's really what I always had a a thing for that. And it just amazed me how you could take something that was really useless and was going to be thrown away and recycle it into something that was necessary and useful. Very simply, it's a team effort. Uh, Businesses aren't successful because of a CEO or a general manager. It's only as good as its people. The greatest asset of a business is its people. And so my style is um, get everybody involved in decision making. Don't think that they're not valued. Make sure that your employees know they're valued, because they are most of them are very highly skilled people. They may not have a bachelor's degree or didn't go to college or any of that kind of stuff, but people can be very successful in their lives because they have skills. And all the people in the foundry business, believe me, are skilled craftsmen. And it's something that's learned on the job, and it's something that we need to remember that nothing can be successful without people. I'll just tell you typically what happens. I get in here in the office early. The first thing I do is go outside into the plant. I like to walk the plant. I like to get the feel for what's going on. I like to be able to talk to individuals about anything that they want to talk about. Sometimes it's just walking by and saying, hello, how are you today? Sometimes you walk by and you see a frown. Hey, what's going on? It could be something with work related. It could be personal. If they want to talk about it, I'm willing to listen and to try to help them and show them that we're interested in what they do. So I spend the first hour usually walking around, looking at every area, see if there's any areas that we need to address and make changes to. Once I've walked the whole area, I usually come in and talk to my plant manager, and we discuss areas that we need to adjust based on priorities and manpower issues and you know manufacturing issues. So the first hour and a half is really spent out in the plant trying to make sure that things are running smooth, people have what they need, and that we'll have a good day in the plant itself. Of course, we always do emails. We're always worried about what the customer needs, what the customer wants, making sure that we communicate any of those needs to our staff and our plant people to make sure that we're got the right priorities for the day. And of course, as a GM, you're always in a lot of meetings. We try to minimize those the best we can because we believe not to be a hands-on person, but be there to help find solutions for people if they're having any issues or problems. And so it's a full day. Usually get home later in the evening, but it's fun. Not only professional, but just achievements is first and foremost being a good husband and father and a provider for my family. In my background, that is very important. And so that is, I think, is the most important achievement personally and professionally. And I think if you do that, you will convey that also to your employees out in the plant, that is also important for them. So that for me is the number one achievement that I count very special. As far as professional, there are a couple things. Everywhere that I've been, I've emphasized to those working for me that safety is the utmost importance. Our people are our most important, and we want them to come to work, basically achieve their goals for the day as far as work and go home safely. And in every area that I've been involved in, we have made sure that that is the number one priority. And then lastly, probably the last one that I have is being involved in a family business and working through that. We took what I would call, and in the foundry business, people would understand, a mom and pop shop, and taking it and trying and building it into a manufacturing facility. And so I was involved with that where I was at before, and I am currently enjoying doing that here at Penn-Mar Castings. Probably the most important thing is make sure you understand that your people are your most important asset, no matter if it's a labor-intensive facility or a high production automotive facility. People still are the most important asset, and we need to make sure that we understand that. We also need to make sure that ensure that our team members are safe when they are here, and that is the number one priority that we should have. Production, all those other things are secondary to safety. Second of all, be a good listener. There are a lot of great ideas out there. We need to be able to listen to our people and take their recommendations and implement those if we see that that's the direction we need to go. Be a good listener. And finally, the last one I always tell somebody who wants to take a GM responsibility or plant manager responsibility is do not take your work home. Leave it at the door. I know it's not easy to do, and we all do it, but your family needs and deserves your attention when you're at home. So as much as possible, leave your work at work.